the 30th of March, 2007.
Now, look, Dannii,
Yeah.
Andy doesn't know this, but there's a special reason you're on the show today. I just want to say thank you, Dannii, because you've come to the show with a little something that I think is basically a nugget of comedy gold. You've volunteered to come on the show, Andy. You don't know what we're speaking about.
Do I want to know what we're speaking about?
Dannii, can you tell our listeners what has come into your possession?
Well, what do you think I could have in my handbag that would have anything to do with you?
I don't know. I know our parents used to live in the same street, so is it...
Okay. Oh, you're on
pretty
it.
warm.
We were having a little street party a couple of weeks ago, and we're out, just having a few glasses of wine, some beer, barbecue. And one of the girls from down the street, her daughter came up and she said, I go to the same school that Andy went to. And I said, oh, really? And she said, I've got this very interesting VHS of his first play that he did. So in my drunken stupor, I went, go get it!
Oh, no.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the children and staff of Baldwin Primary School's 1993 production of
Not a Penny.
Look, Andrew Lee is listed as playing a young gentleman called James O'Reilly, but look, I've had a watch of this several times, and it gets funnier and funnier. But I thought, as a special treat for our listeners, Dannii, I've put together a little synopsis of Andy's work in Not a Penny. Set in the late 1920s, Not a Penny tells the harrowing tale of how hard it was to find employment, as was highlighted by the group opening number, Please Oh Please Can You Give Us a Job? Give Us the Chance to Earn a Few Bob. The next scene involves a few of the cast members playing cricket for, and I'm not joking, a full minute and a half. This is where keen audience members might have spied one Andy Lee, aged 11, fielding in slips and getting a little angry when girls drop catches.
Come on!
And Andy's frustration grew to the point where he dives for a catch at one stage and hits his head on a pole. But the young diva ends the cricket match when he gets out.
No good! Can't concentrate!
And this is where we get to hear Andy's character, James O'Reilly, give a stirring monologue.
I've got to do something to help Mum. She struggles night and day to look after us. Dad's up north, trying to make good. Can't just sit at school all day. I've got to do more to help.
So young James O'Reilly heads off to find work, but alas, there's trouble on the way. Some beggars.
Hey, mister, please. What's your problem?
Which the orchestra feels is an appropriate time to burst into another song. However, I will spare you the full song. Andy then goes to the boot factory to get a job, where the over-enthusiastic cobbling in the background makes the audio impossible to hear.
Putting himself to some use. This your first job, James?
Now that Andy's character James has secured a job, he's going home after his first day of work. But again, there's trouble on the streets.
James, isn't it? The job snatcher. I don't know what you mean.
But you do know what they mean, James, and they beat you up, much to the amusement of the audience. The next day, back at the boot factory, James is told to go and bet on some horses for his boss. But once again, due to the over-enthusiastic cobbling in the background, you can't hear the dialogue.
Move round, back, anchor, to the green door.
But there's trouble for James at the off-licensed betting premises. Some children dressed as police barge in and arrest him.
Keep the kid. Come along with us.
Andy's character James puts up an amazingly dramatic struggle, which impresses the audience, led by a woman who, I suspect, is Andy's mum. But the best is yet to come. Andy's character James meets a very quiet girl on the street and explains his predicament.
I lost my job yesterday. I'm sorry.
But how can they share their sorrow together? I know. What about a duet? Hit it, well-tuned band.
There's a storm raging in my mind. Someone I can find. I see all around. The wind is cruel.
you wish it could go on longer. And it does.
Hope we'll find a warmer climate. Pray we'll find a friendly shore.
Bravo, Andy Lee, you 11-year-old shining star. Not a penny, but 6 pounds of talent. Andy, we had no idea Not a Penny was so hilarious.
Oh, like every good stage show, when you film it, you don't get the essence of how good it is.
Was it even worse?
It wasn't made for video.